What we can change is our perceptions, which have the effect of changing everything. One can get used to ugliness, but never to negligence. Learning to believe you are magnificent, and gradually to discover that you are not magnificent. Enough labor for one human life. There are some experiences in life they haven't invented the right words for. I can't go into detail, but it's why I went to the special meeting at the Pentagon. Go slowly, so that you do not bite your tail by accident. No one else has ever opened doors for me. I opened them myself. If we all did the things we are really capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. The secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. The worst thing, he told me, is bitterness. People end up bitter. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. When terrible things have happened to you, sometimes the promise of something good can be just as frightening. It is safer to search in the maze than to remain in a cheeseless situation. This work was strictly voluntary, but any animal who absented himself from it would have his rations reduced by half. The progression of time is inevitable, nor can it be controlled, but we can control what we do within the time available to us. Success seems to be largely a matter of hanging on after others have let go. We could only choose which path to take to our destination. What happened along the way was entirely up to chance. Not every instance requires a response. Truth resides silently in the seat of power. I have a deeply hidden and inarticulate desire for something beyond the daily life. Never let doubt guide your life's compass, as shadows fade once hope is found. Never respond to an angry person with a fiery comeback, even if he deserves it. Don't allow his anger to become your anger. Now I know what success is: living your truth, sharing it. The harder you fall, the heavier your heart. The heavier your heart, the stronger you climb. The stronger you climb, the higher your pedestal. It's not what you are in life, but what you make of it. I quote others only in order the better to express myself. If my answers frighten you, then you should cease asking scary questions. If you don't learn to laugh at life, it'll surely kill you, that I know. The revolution is not an apple that falls when ripe. You have to make it fall. You can't change the wind, but you can set your sails. If what you seek is truth, there is one thing you must have above all else. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. Anarchism is founded on the observation that since few men are wise enough to rule themselves, even fewer are wise enough to rule others. Wit seduces by signaling intelligence without nerdiness. If you're reading this, congratulations, you're alive. If that's not something to smile about, then I don't know what is. There is no problem more difficult to solve than that created by ourselves. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. If you have not done things worthy of being written about, at least write things worthy of being read. Don't leave it all unsaid, somewhere in the wasteland of your head. Fame is a vapor, popularity is an accident, riches take wings. Those who cheer today may curse tomorrow, and only one thing endures: character. You should never assume. You know what happens when you assume. You make an ass out of you and me, because that's how it's spelled. Once capacity is surpassed, additional information becomes noise and results in a decrease in information processing and decision quality. Your own positive future begins in this moment. All you have is right now. Every goal is possible from here. If you want more, you have to require more from yourself. The world changes, we do not. Therein lies the irony that kills us. They blossomed, they did not talk about blossoming. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. All that matters is where you are going. it is impossible or not easy to alter by argument what has long been absorbed by habit. The most boring and unproductive question one can ask of any religion is whether or not it is true. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. It is difficult, when faced with a situation you cannot control, to admit you can do nothing. I just want to do something that matters, or be something that matters. I just want to matter. Don't wake me for the end of the world unless it has very good special effects. We can accept and embrace our pasts as part of the path that shaped who we are now. Go on with what your heart tells you, or you will lose all. The rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened. A great many people think they are thinking when they are merely rearranging their prejudices. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Even if things don't unfold the way you expected, don't be disheartened or give up. One who continues to advance will win in the end. Follow your dreams and never ever stop believing in yourself. And one day you will achieve your dreams and feel happy that you never gave up. We all have negative thoughts now and then, but we can choose not to dwell there and not to let them control us. Sed nescio quomodo nihil tam absurd dici potest quod non dicator ab aliquo filis forum. Being true to yourself is the greatest force to uncover the soul. You can change your mind. Don't let your mind change you. Every time you spend money, you're casting a vote for the kind of world you want. But only he who, himself enlightened, is not afraid of shadows. Absurdity is one of the most human things about us, a manifestation of our most advanced and interesting characteristics. Happiness is always there. You just have to choose to see it. There's no point dwelling in the dark and ignoring the light of the stars. Don't only practice your art, but force your way into its secrets, for it and knowledge can raise men to the divine. If you believe in destiny and its special magic, do not ever feel that the pain you carry is going to become real. That's what fiction is for. It's for getting at the truth when the truth isn't sufficient for the truth. The bottom line is, insults only hurt when they come from someone I respect. Swords can win territories but not hearts, forces can bend heads but not minds. A star may be far, but I still see the light. That's hope, and I have it. Stay away from those who want you to be in the same predicament as them. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. 10 seconds, that's all it takes for life to throw you a curveball. Distance sometimes lets you know who is worth keeping and who is worth letting go. Success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it. In my opinion, our health care system has failed when a doctor fails to treat an illness that is treatable. Speaking the truth is the main attribute of a pure-hearted person. You are immensely gifted, my friend. You can find it within you like I found something within me a few years ago. Many things that don't really mean so much of anything are wonderful. Simple the life, simpler will be your instincts. The laws that govern the universe will obey your simplicity. Men have two greatest fears. The first fear is the fear of being needed, and the second fear is the fear of not being needed. A world without poetry and art would be too much like one without birds or flowers, bearable but a lot less enjoyable. If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. A person's limitations are only measured by their drive to succeed. Every flower is a melody that floats through the air and soothes our hearts. The smallest minority on earth is the individual. Those who deny individual rights cannot claim to be defenders of minorities. What I have achieved by industry and practice, anyone else with tolerable natural gift and ability can also achieve. I just hope I remember to tell my kids that they are as happy as I look in my old photographs. And I hope that they believe me. Tell people the hammered truth, and it will ring like steel against an anvil. Few among men are they who cross to the further shore. The others merely run up and down the bank on this side. I think it's important to hold a mirror up to society and yourself. So you never know who you touch. You never know how or when you'll have an impact, or how important your example can be to someone else. Just as heart is a fountain of unspoken words, the universe is a womb of wonder weird worlds. Everybody knows death is inevitably coming, but it never fails to catch everybody by surprise every time one is going. Everyone is trying to impress everyone else, trying to make themselves out to be smarter or more confident than they actually are. There is need to embrace flexibility and make a switch where and when necessary. It's your dream, it's your journey, so find a way. All the stuff you can't wait to get away from, until it's not there anymore, and then you miss it like crazy.